If you ask about, in terms of scientific research sponsored by pet food companies, do you agree with the objectivity, the unbiased nature? Again, we're getting actually pretty close to a bell curve, right? We're sort of, everyone's, the majority, the plurality and the majority are stuck in the middle, neither agree nor disagree. So we can see this, we can see sort of the strength of the idea of scientific research sort of losing sort of its momentum as we get into real life application. The notable exception, and I won't digress too much here, is scientific information, research information provided by your vet. And here we really pop up to where the percentage of pet food buyers who strongly agree, or at least somewhat agree, becomes very high. And compare that, for example, info brought into my vet to the objectivity of research sponsored by pet food companies. And the veterinary channel itself, industry itself, is in a huge turmoil, in part through the emerging role of chain veterinarians, the superstore involvement with chain veterinarians. But this is certainly an important dimension to what the future pet food industry is going to look at. And it's not a coincidence that Mars, as a big food company, is buying up and sort of creating a lot of the chain veterinary channel because of that very strong connection between trust in veterinarian. And ironically, and actually we presented earlier at a vet conference, ironically, consumers turn to vets for food advice pretty much as they do for pet medication advice. And so this is for dog products, and you can see, if we ask in the last 12 months, have you used any over-the-counter dog products brands recommended to you by a veterinarian? 37% say yes, flea and tick medication, which you'd expect. 36% say dry pet food. And actually, one thing that veterinarians, and especially independent veterinarians, are discovering and need to discover is they have one foot in a consumer product market. And that is sort of the profitable side of the equation. And so, expect veterinarian role in pet food retailing to become more involved and more interesting as we go along. And actually, if you go to, same question, but for cat owners, in fact, cat owners are more likely to turn to their vets for pet food advice than they are for pet medication advice. I'm not sure this is what veterinarians want to hear, but again, just be aware of this as part of the way that the whole pet food industry, pet retailing industry, is being revolutionized.